Hello there ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. Tactical Bacon 00 here bringing you a quick look at Dragon's Lair. This is version 1.0 of Dragon's Lair. That will be important with some of the comments that I have on it. Alright, so the main menu. I don't really need to say much about this game, do I? Came out in 1983. The arcade classic QuickTime event game. Looks like a cartoon. It's pretty awesome. Let's go through the settings. Not too many settings. We got move beeps, move guide, shows you which buttons to hit, full screen, and language choices. The game is rendered in 720p. If you do put it full screen on a 1080p monitor, it does not anti-alias at all, so it looks a little bit jagged. Just something to note. If you scale your monitor down to 720p and then load this up in full screen, everything will look just fine. Now for the extras, it has an attract that is a commercial for Dragon's Lair basically. Watch game. Basically, you can hit this, and it will play the entire game perfectly for you, so you can just watch it as though it was a cartoon. High scores listing. Heh, who's that guy? It's me. And a tutorial. The tutorial is good for what it does. I mean, it's a tutorial for a QuickTime event game. There's 5 buttons you can hit. You can hit up, down, left, right, and sword. Alright, for the game types, we have game mode, home mode, and arcade mode. Now home mode, the game will restart you at the beginning of a room if you die. If you use arcade mode, it'll restart you at the beginning of a random room if you die, making it harder to memorize the movements. The difficulties are easy and hard. Easy is a little bit more forgiving with timing, while hard is a lot more strict and has more movements. So for my example, we will be playing the game on home mode with easy difficulty. Now some of my comments on the game. The QuickTime events seem to be a little bit off in some of the scenes. I'll mention that when I see it. I have played the entire game. I beat it in about 40 minutes on home mode on easy the first time. I did die quite a bit, however, just know that if you're playing with the button prompts on screen, it is very, very short. I would recommend playing without button prompts. Otherwise, the game's going to be too easy for you and you're not going to enjoy yourself. Now the animation quality is actually very good. I rather enjoy it. The controls seem very responsive when they want to be. There are a few scenes... Oh, see, I hit the wrong button there. Oh well, I died. The deaths are not too brutal, however, in home mode, like I said, it does start you back at the beginning of the scene. Which, if it's a long scene, it can be quite frustrating at times. Now it does keep track of your score in the top right. That just shows how many points you've accrued over this life. If you die and hit the continue button, well, if you run out of lives and then hit the continue button, it will reset your score to 0. Which is only fair, I guess. Okay, so we got the chain. Alright, this is one that I suffered with a little bit. some of the prompts on screen are not timed correctly with the video, and if you don't hit it at the exact second, or sometimes even before the prompt shows up. See, I hit that while the prompt was still on screen. I know I did. Some of the prompts, they just are unresponsive and cause you to die. Now, I understand at the time the game was designed to be like that. In arcades, it was designed to eat quarters. However, I think on easy it should be a little bit more forgiving. On hard, absolutely. Beat the crap out of me on hard. But on easy, just be a little more forgiving. Okay, I hit the wrong button on that one. But anyway, you get the general idea. So that is arcade mode. No, that was home mode of Dragon's Lair. And there's not really much else I can tell you. The game is pretty simple. You play it through from beginning to end. The only complaints that I have, the timings are off on some of the button presses. The scaling for 1080p screens and larger is pretty terrible. Unfortunately, it looks like there's also no support for Xbox controllers or any other gamepad at this time. According to the developer on the Steam forums, that will be coming in a future patch. And the arrows that tell you which way to go when you do have those turned on are just a little bit too far to the edge of the screen. Typically when you're playing games, you'll look towards the middle of the screen, and if the arrows are too far to the side, they become difficult to see and sometimes blend in with the environment, thus killing you. This game is available on Steam for the low price of $10. I would recommend waiting for a sale to pick it up. This game is a classic, and if you love that nostalgia, I highly recommend you pick it up. However, if you do not have that nostalgia, I would wait for a good Steam sale. This has been Tactical Bacon 00 with a quick look at Dragon's Lair. I'll see you next time. Bacon out.